Hello there, my Capricorn collective. Oh my goodness. Getting into your energy, Capricorn. You could be feeling a little seasick. You had the Six of Swords energy. I don't know, maybe you're on a boat when they tell you to focus on the horizon, or some of you, you need to not let your emotions overwhelm you here. You could literally be feeling like that, like a seasickness energy. Someone's wanting to rock the boat vibes with you. I don't know if you're partying. I don't know. Maybe stick to one drink, or some of you, maybe stick to... I feel like you need to stick to seltzer water. There's the Queen of Cups. There's the Emperor energy. Oh, there's the Empress, my Lord have mercy. Already, this for you isn't like a good vibe. That Emperor and that Empress energy. There's the King of Swords. The Three of Cups. There's the Fool. There's the Leo. There's the Queen of Wands. Page of Pentacles. Well, are you doing like some sort of a... Sweet Jesus. Are they still doing like the timeshares or some shit like that? Or maybe it's like a cruise vibe with you? Mindful of an MLM type of a vibe. And I mean, you might get like a free dinner or something out of something. But I don't know. I feel like you'll get sick. There's something with the Six of Swords energy with you. So it literally feels like a boat vibe. But, I mean, do they do, like, timeshares for fucking boats? I don't know. It's given, like, that vibe. Some of you, I mean, I don't know. Stick to, like, seltzer water. Someone needs you, like, inebriated in order to make a choice or a decision. Because you got a King of Swords that you shouldn't be trustful of. But the King of Swords kind of brings the contract. So the King of Swords is kind of the one that, I don't know. You can't trust them. They could be a Leo. It's given a Lion Leo. Lion or Lying. But they're the hype person. I don't know. Wait before you invest, or you could be getting catfished in a situation. For fuck's sake, Capricorn. The Ten of Wands. There's the Nine of Pentacles. There's the Eight of Pentacles. There's the Six of Pentacles. There's the Two of Wands. If something seems too good to be true at it, you're dealing with an Emperor and an Empress. So the Emperor and the Empress is a couple. So, oh, sweet Jesus. This could be maybe it's a work situation with you. I mean, for fuck's sake, Capricorn, really. I don't know. You don't need to be drinking on this occasion. There's a seasickness vibe to it. Or there's like it's not a good vibe. It's not a good... You got Pisces down there. Maybe avoid the fish. Maybe the lobster's bad. Bottom of the deck is the Pisces, the Nine of Swords, the Hierophant, the Five of Cups. There to the Ace of... Oh. Don't get taken advantage of in this situation. Like, literally and metaphorically. Someone's trying to sell you on an idea or a concept, but I feel like it's a bullshit vibe. It's literally given like a timeshare energy, or whatever the fuck they've rebranded it as. Those of you with the Six of Swords energy, I don't know if you're on a cruise ship, you got the Emperor and the Empress. Someone here could like pineapples. It could be like that type of a vibe. Capricorn. The World, the Sun. Ooh, Aquarius. They're the Scorpio vibes. There's the Seven of Cups. Look. Seriously, stick to seltzer water. And, I don't know, for fuck's sake. Avoid that Emperor and that Empress vibe. They are messy. They are messy. They have a penchant for pineapples. And they're trying to sell you on an idea or a concept, but you don't need any of that. Are you looking at a timeshare or like a boat share type of a vibe here? Because this is really the shit it's given. Sweet Jesus. Some of you maybe rethink that cruise. So if you're not someone that's done like a cruise, it might not be what the fuck you're interested in. Or like really pay attention if you're choosing a vacation or some shit like that, that you choose like the right option for you. Is there a timeshare for a boat? Because it's that Six of Swords fucking energy. Yep, and there's the Ten of Cups. Oh, sweet Jesus. Mindful of the lobster, the shellfish, or those of you, it could maybe it's like the fruit vibes with you. You don't have your sea legs, but that's like nausea. Yeah, they're at the fucking Five of Pentacles. That makes sense. The Emperor, the Empress won out of a shitty contract that they're in, and they're trying to convince you that that's like the perfect option, the perfect opportunity for you. Avoid the Emperor, the Empress. You need to avoid this couple. Some of you, it could be a work situation, or some of you, if you're literally on a cruise, it's the Emperor and the Empress. They're trying to sell you on something. It feels like a timeshare or whatever the fuck the equivalent of that would be nowadays. But I don't know. I don't think you're going to find it as interesting as what you think you're going to find it. There's a seasickness vibe to this. Literally seasick, where they tell you to focus on the horizon. Or those of you, it's like, I don't know, if something seems too good to be true, it is. Avoid the Emperor and the Empress. And then you got the King of Swords, who's like the hype person that wants to sell you on the contract of something. So usually the vibe on this, the more gratuitous they are with the libations, the more you need to not partake in the libation. So seriously, stick to seltzer water, because this it's given a scam vibe, whatever the fuck it is. It isn't going to be worth your time, energy, or attention. King of Pentacles, Virgo. Yeah, this is people that know you're successful, or people that know you have that option or that opportunity. There is like a dining vibe with this. So, it's given like when they used to have the timeshares. They'd fly you to a resort and, you'd have to sit through the meetings and all that shit. But, I don't know. I don't think you'll like it. Like, seriously mindful here. Heartburn, indigestion, or some of you a burning sensation. Wait, this is so messy. This is messy. Alright, Capricorn, take what's yours, leave what's not. If it's too good to be true, it is. It's kind of like just a refurbished scam vibe. Do they literally do like timeshares on boats? Is that a thing? Because I feel like it's a boat energy. It's a Six of Swords, literally or metaphorically, but you're seasick. So pay attention to that. Maybe it's the food. Maybe if you're partaking a little bit too much. The more free-flowing it is when you need to make sure that you're not getting taken advantage of in this situation. You got an Emperor and an Empress that's selling you on the idea. And then you got the King of Swords, who's kind of the one they're the hype person. So you meet the Emperor and the Empress, and then you meet the King of Swords. LGBTQIA plus vibes here. So honestly, Capricorn, if you're planning some sort of vacation or some sort of excursion, maybe you need to pay attention to what time you're going, or what you need to be paying attention to. Emphasis on the seasickness vibe. You're showing up abundant, so this would be a party, a convention, or something like that. It's an invitation. Um, it's not just particular to you. There would be a group dynamic to it. I mean, that's kind of the whole point. So I don't feel like this is a singularity with you. This is just going to be how you're able to navigate the situation. This might be a little bit too much for you, Capricorn. I'm going to be honest with you. So I don't stick to seltzer water and mindful of the shellfish, lobster, crab, tuna, and maybe don't partake so much in the libations. So that way you're not making nonsensible choices. It literally feels like a cruise or buying a timeshare on a boat or whatever the fuck they call it now. So you're dealing with an emperor and the empress. That's a couple. That's a couple. And then you got the king of swords, who's the hype person. So you're dealing with at least three. But whoever the hell else is in this vibe with you, they're dealing with the same three. So I don't know if it's like a work vibe. Maybe your boss wants you to go on a boat or take a little excursion. Hell, this could be a ferry ride. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is, right? So it's like a party barge. It literally is a party barge. But they're trying to sell you something. So someone's there with the contract. That's never good when the party is going. You know what I mean? So mindful of that sales opportunity or mindful of that sales pitch, and mindful if it's free food and drink, because I feel like it's free food and drink. So they want you happy and inebriated. So avoid the libations. It does feel like the same scam. Instead of a timeshare, it's like a boat share or whatever the fuck it is. Or you're meeting on a boat. A boat, a ferry, a cruise, a little party barge. Oh, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Hell, this could be a fucking pontoon for you. With the emperor and the empress. That could be your boss. Oh, damn Capricorn. I don't know. It's an interesting energy with you. I don't know if you ain't got your sea legs or mindful of the fish. Some of you mind if something seems too good to be true, it's probably tainted. So, or some of you avoid the sushi. I don't know if you're gonna eat whatever the fuck you eat, make sure it's fully cooked. Interesting for you, Capricorn, but you need to make sure you have your wits and your senses about you. Ooh, call on your healer guide. Some of you, it might not even be the time, because I feel like you're there on a singular vibe. So I don't feel like you have a partner, or this is something you're gonna go to on your own. So 14, which is Sagittarius vibe, Temperance Angel. So this is probably something you shouldn't be doing any fucking way. You don't have your sea legs. So you're going to be a little wobbly anyway. Someone wants you to sign a contract. It's a sales pitch. It's a sales pitch. Emperor and Empress, now that could be your own fucking children or your grandchildren wanting to take you on a cruise, and then the next thing you know, they're wanting you to sign some sort of contractual vibe here. I feel like you're by yourself. I do feel like you're by yourself. But they want to create this sort of a party vibe. They keep wanting you to drink. But stick to seltzer water. Stick to seltzer water in this situation. Because there's a King of Swords that wants you to sign a contract. So that's kind of fucked up in and of itself. So I don't know. You might want to take a winged person with you if you get this option or you get this opportunity. Or take somebody that's going to make sure that you don't get taken advantage of in this situation, Capricorn. Because the Emperor and the Empress are selling you on an idea, and the King of Swords is there to get your name on a contract. But there's way too much of a party vibe here for you to be doing business. And for fuck's sake, if you're doing some sort of a timeshare thing, because it's given that old school vibe, but maybe it's a party barge or a fucking ferry, or maybe it's just a party on a boat. It could be a fucking pontoon energy here. Mindful of the fact they got a King of Swords there. That King of Swords is shady as fuck. It's a Lion Leo. So Lion or Lying. Or maybe they're lying and they're wearing something that's like a lion logo or some shit like that. Yeah, take what's yours, leave what's not. You don't need to. The more they want you to partake, the less you need to be partaking. Don't do this on your own. You need like someone that is very cynical. You need someone that's very cynical to be your wing person. Yeah. Because it feels like the energy changes up if you show up with somebody. So I don't know. If this is something you feel like you must do, bring you a wing person that's going to make sure that you are making smart choices. So you need someone that is, they're like a teetotaler. They don't partake in the libations. They're probably a fuddy-duddy, but they would keep your ass in line here and definitely keep you from making some not so smart choices. Because someone wants you to sign a contract, but they don't want you making sensible choices. Oy, for fuck's sake, Capricorn. This is kind of ageless, though, honestly, with the timeshare shit, or a boat share, or some whatever the fuck it is. It takes place on a boat, party barge, pontoon, I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. They're selling you something. They're selling you something, or they want to sell you something. The fact they have the King of Swords there, that's letting people sign contracts in this situation, is kind of shady as fuck. There's something here with lying, Lying, or lion, Lion. That could almost be the name of the company. Or there's something about it that's fishy as fuck. Definitely avoid the fish or make sure that it's well cooked. So, I don't know, maybe this is a situation where you don't partake in the sushi, or... Damn. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, leave what the fuck is it? You need a wing person that's cynical. If you want to partake and you want to have fun, then you need to bring somebody that makes sure you're not going to be signing any contracts or making some not so smart choices. So you need a wing person to keep you from making a fool of yourself here. You need to be mindful of that Emperor, that Empress, though, because they shady as fuck, too. So, however they represent for you. That could be your family, that could be your boss, that could be a couple that's trying to sell you on a fake-ass option or a fake-ass opportunity. Lying, Lying, or lion, Lion. But it's a catfishing, babe. And that King of Swords wants you signing a contract, even though nothing about this situation, you don't need to be talking business in this, babe. This should be the celebration after you've signed the contract with a clear conscience and a clear head in the proper type of a setting. You know what I mean? They can wine and dine you after you've signed the contract, not before. That's why the Seven of Cups is there. Right. Look at you, Capricorn. Look at you. You're getting that song, Tale as Old as Time. Yeah, it's a timeshare or whatever the fuck the modern equivalent of is. But maybe it's a boat share. A boat, about, a boot. Maybe some of you, there's a Canadian vibe to it. Because it is kind of a boot. A boot. Ooh, if you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with. Love the one you're with. Ooh, tic-tac-toe. Yeah, it's a gameplay vibe here. For some of you, you're not going to have your sea legs, so you're a little wobbly anyway. So, I don't know. Take you a cynical person with you. You're someone that doesn't partake in the same thing that you do. They're a good wing person because they're going to make sure you ain't making some not so smart choices. They shouldn't be whining and dining you before you sign the contract. There's something about that that's a little backwards. I think that showed up for you before, something being backwards in this situation. And you sure the fuck shouldn't be signing a contract at a party where everyone is partaking. Oh my god, that in and of itself. What the fuck? What's that mean for Capricorn? What's that mean for Capricorn? You're single. You're single, but you need to take someone that's cynical and is a good wing person. They don't do anything that you do. So they keep you from making a mistake. Yeah, you need to stay single. You need to stay single. Avoid the temptation, for fuck's sake, for some of you. Healthy vibes on this, so... Ooh. Good luck, God bless, take what's yours, leave what's not. Smoked salmon? I don't know, mindful of the fish. Mindful of the fish if you're at this party. Something is undercooked or... I don't know, avoid the fucking sushi. Yeah, why are they whining and dining you before you've signed the contract? That should come after you've signed the contract and you have a clear head and you're thinking more intellectually. All right, peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light, Capricorn.